Welcome back, guys. I hope you are having a fantastic day. It is bright and early in the morning for me, and I'm recording the video for you today. I have two new things. I've decided to start grinding down the Polish medium line. And I have a new commander. What better line to put Chuck Norris in than the Polish line? I free XP'd. No, I didn't free XP. I used the blueprints to tier 5. And I got the tier 5. It's the DsPzInz. I don't... The Polish, there's no vowels, right? So I don't know how to say it. It's all consonants. DsPzLZ. Z with a thing on it. I don't know Polish. But I know that Chuck Polansky is my commander. This is, I think, the second game I played in this tank. The tier 5 Polish. I was pleasantly surprised. I have not played any of the Polish tanks yet. None. So I thought, I might as well go down the Polish line. Right? I'm going to show you my games as I progress through the line. And I'm looking at the map here as I'm playing my first or second. I think this is actually the third game. And I'm realizing, well, this doesn't look too good. KV2 coming here to snipe. This is very interesting setup that our team is undertaking here. So time for Chuck Norris does not hang around in bush with Muppets. Chuck Norris eats Muppets. I don't know any Chuck Norris jokes. Where did you guys put your Chuck Norris commander? My Chuck Norris commander went into the Polish mediums and then immediately used one of those 850,000 XP crew books that I got in some. So Chuck Norris is pretty badass. And I'm showing you this replay. At first it was a little bit, kind of, the stuff he says is kind of okay, but it gets old fast. How many times can you hear someone say, through you like a fist? I'm just getting them warmed up. Whatever he says. Is there a way of turning him off, actually? Isn't Chuck Norris like 80 years old now? Because, come on, World of Tanks. Is that the best you could come up with? The 80-year-old guy that used to be tough? Why don't you get Sylvester Stallone? I guess it's... I lost half my HP! I was trying to make a joke and I lost half of it. There you go. Fragile. Just put your seatbelts on and get ready for this game, guys. This is just... There's a reason I'm showing you this. This is just a... You call that armor? Ah, Chuck. I'll put the crew sounds up a little bit in this video so that you can hear them. I don't know, Chuck. Chuck doesn't sound like that anymore. Chuck would not say, you call that armor? Chuck would say, back in my day, I think we'd call that armor. They'd say something like that now. Honey, where'd you put my constipation pills? I don't know. It just seems weird, but these commanders we get. Why don't we get Bugs Bunny or something? Or Elmer Fudd.
Be very, very quiet. We're going to shoot some tanks.
I don't know. It's weird. But, okay, let's get back to the gameplay. You've come here for good gameplay. Yeah, right. Okay. What am I doing? Pointing at the sky. That's what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I backed up because my heavy tanks went to the same sniping spot I went to, so I went there to support them, but then they came and followed me, and I said, screw you, I'm leaving. And now they followed me. This KV2, he really likes me. What can I say? I'm Chuck Norris. Klaus Kellerman playing a Polish medium with a Chuck Norris commander. What could go wrong? I was pleasantly surprised at tier 5. But hey, it's tier 5. I think any tier 5 tank that you start playing with a good crew, you're going to be pleasantly surprised, right? That this is not indicative of the Polish line. This is just indicative of, I put Chuck Norris in here. Oh, and it's funny. I put Chuck Norris and 3 females. Because I had 3. I have like 27 unclaimed crew members just from missions and stuff. So I put 3 cuties in here. Snow maids. The redhead is in here with Chuck. Chuck's the commander, and he's got the red-headed snow maiden and then 2 female crew members. The stuff that goes on in the back seat of this tank, kapow! Roundhouse kick. Well, let's just leave that to your imagination. But it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. But in all seriousness, is there a way to turn off the crew sounds? I tried to put it on standard and commander, and Chuck just won't shut up. Is there a way to shut Chuck up? If you wanted to shut Chuck up, how do you do it? Okay, Chuck. Ready? No, penetrate. Just when I wanted you to say something profound, Chuck. If anyone knows how to do it, is there somewhere in... I don't want it to be quiet. I want to hear the commander so that I know if I'm on fire or if, the crew... I want to hear the notifications, but does it have to be Chuck? And I'm going to move my crew up as I go. I'm going to play all the Polish tanks all the way to tier 10 and move the crew up as we go. So that I have a good crew as I move. Because I'm not... What I do is I grind the whole line with the same crew, and then I have the really good crew at tier 10. And then if I really like any of the tanks in the line, I go back and put a new crew in them. And those are the keepers. And the tanks that I don't put a crew in, those are the, sit in my garage and collect dust for years and years and years until Wargaming decides to buff you and give you a 3-shot autoloader. And then I have to go back and replay it. Oh, they only do that to Russian tanks, though. But you know the point, right? You just get the tanks, leave them in your garage, because one day, when you least expect it, Wargaming will buff you. Chuck Norris does not need a buff. Okay, what's happening in this game? We're losing this game. But it's very close. Now, you cannot dig people out of the bushes. Someone once said, stop camping and start winning. He was a fucking moron. You cannot... when they're camping in the bushes that Wargaming provides at the edges of all the maps, almost all the maps have very good concealment and cover and topography all along the edges. You cannot drive towards them and win. They will see you first. As you're driving towards them, they will see you. And see? They will see you. There he goes. He's driving towards them. There's nothing you can do. They're stationary in bushes. The bushes have 50% concealment. There's 2 or 3 or 4 of them in there. You drive towards them. You get spotted. They all shoot you. You die. It's just the way it works, right? You can't push into concealed guns. In real life and in this game. I know. And it's almost rocket science. If it was rocket science, they'd be saying you can't go and land on an alien planet that has highly evolved alien beings with a defense system ready to shoot you as you approach the planet. You have to be a little bit more stealthy. So, knowing that, I'll sit in the bush. I'll illustrate it for you. I will sit in the bush, and I'll let them come to me. And I'll tell my KV2, stay in cover. I type it in chat there, in capital letters, stay in cover. But he's decided to drive around because the game is, we're losing and it's almost over, and it's time to just drive around blindly in the middle of the map. That should work out really well for him, right? We're going to contrast the 2 styles now. Driving around aimlessly, looking for enemies in the middle of the map. That's one technique. Let's see how it's working out for him. Oops, I just drove into a dead tank. I didn't say it was great. I know the theory. Okay, so the KV-2 is dead. Ding dong, the KV-2 is dead. Which KV-2? The one that drove around like a Muppet in the open at the end of the game. While the enemies are hiding in bushes waiting for him to do that. Okay, so I'm going to hide in the bush.
I'm the bush. I'm going to be a bush. Chuck Norris doesn't need a bush. Chuck Norris is a bush.
I don't know any Chuck Norris jokes. Okay, so I'm going to sit still in the bush. They're going to drive around like Muppets, and I will shoot them. Okay? Because wargaming provides cover at the edges of maps, and, oops. Okay, blind shot. He's going to go. Blind shot. That hit. Now, which strategy is better? Driving around in the open, looking for the hidden enemies, or hiding and waiting for them to look for you? Stop camping and start winning! Let's see. Where are you going? Are you looking for something? You decided now is a good time to drive around in the open? That's a very interesting strategy. Well, at least he stopped camping. He stopped camping. He did stop camping. Is he going to start winning? Let's see. Ooh. It's funny that you don't see me and I see you. That makes it kind of not fair.
Never mess with me.
Stop camping, guys. I should be driving around now, right? There should be someone on my team pinging the map. Loser, camper, you didn't help all game. What's wrong with you? Ping, ping, ping. This is why they remove cross-team chat, right? Because right about now, there'd be one or two people on my team telling the enemies, he's at A3, asshole. We all died and he's still alive. That's why they had to remove cross-team chat. All right. Stop camping. Start winning. Well, now it's two leaf blowers. They have very good view range. But oops, P stands for park, so I fully expect them to be way back at their base, but they're not. They're propelling themselves. This is going to be difficult now because I'm not camping. I stopped camping. I better start winning. Keep your fingers crossed, guys. Am I going to be able to pull this one out? Is Chuck Norris going to be able to win this? Okay. Look at the view range these things have. Through the bushed, doesn't matter. I'm detected, right? These things, the pay-to-win leaf blowers, they have better view range than some tier 10 light tanks. It's ridiculous because they cost 20 bucks, I think, and I can just get out of the way. I don't want the other one to hit me, so I'm going to try and get behind this topography. Try to take... Okay. I got to go handle this guy. Come on, Chuck. Yeah, we'll save him for later. Come on, Chuck. I know, you're like 80. Come on, old man. Just put one more shot. Oh, Chuck, no, come on, Chuck. No. Shoot him, Chuck. Shoot him, Chuck. Shoot him, Chuck. Shoot him. Yes. We're spamming APCR. Knock the motherfucker. I feel sorry for him. He should have kept camping. But he stopped camping. And he started losing. Where is that other guy? Please don't shotgun me. Please don't shotgun me. Let's just auto lock. Come on, Chuck, take them out. Chuck, what the? Chuck? Chuck? Chuck. Victory! The first win in a Polish tank. That was my first win in a Polish tank. Seriously, because I didn't play tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that was the first two games I lost. That was my first win in a Polish tank, and I look forward to featuring all my Polish games. Shout out to everyone from Poland. And every game in a Polish tank is gonna be with Chuck Norris, the commander. Chuck Norris doesn't need to command. The commander commands Chuck. I don't know any Chuck Norris jokes.